And focus your mind to this bell sound and follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So your right palm on your left, neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. Let your whole body weight go down, and in the beginning, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say Supateva, or may I be well and happy. 3 times. So take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, focus your mind to the sound around you. Try to recognize it. Don't go towards the sound. So whatever sound come to you, and recognize. Some sounds appear close to you or some little far away from you. Some sound very low, some sound very high, some very rough, some very soft. Some sound keep a long duration, some very short. Just recognize separately. No need to think over it, no need to go towards or judge about it. Just recognize. You no need to look for the sound. So whatever sound come towards you, underneath this sound there is a deep silence. and slowly get harmonized with it. Now bring your attention to your body and observe the lower part of your body. Recognize any sensation if there. Just get a mental note. Don't react to it. Don't change it. Accept it and let it be. Whatever the tightness, heaviness, heat, any pain, the pressure with the cushion or the sheet or the chair or the couch, the contact. Now slowly bring your attention to your lower back and observe any sensation there, any feelings. And upper back and shoulders, arms, elbows, and forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Don't change your posture, don't change your movements. Just get a mental note. Your chest and your abdominal area, neck and head, and observe whole body as one. See the posture, the pressure, heaviness, tightness, any comfort, sensation, feelings. Bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. And slowly bring your attention and observe the sensation. Just get a mental note. This is rising, this is falling. Don't try to do anything. Don't try to visualize or don't try to hold your breath or maintain or count. Just allow it to happen naturally itself. Remember, inhalation, exhalation belong to bodily action. So allow your body to maintain that. It is not a mental action. So separate your mental action from your bodily action. Just develop the awareness to recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. Recognize separately. And if it is possible, follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. This is the beginning, this is the middle, this is end of the inhalation. This is the beginning, this is the middle, this is end of the exhalation. So and so. While observing the inhalation, exhalation, be aware some inhalation, exhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Each and every inhalation, exhalation different, unique. So recognize it as it is and accept it. Don't try to change. Don't have a wish out of it. Accept it. While you practice like this, certain kind of comfort arise, joy arise, but don't follow that. Stay focused towards inhalation, exhalation. Mind can disturb you. Have the effort. Be very clear to recognize the sensation. If it is comfortable for you, let go all the knowledge that you carry, all the patterns, all the methods. Don't put attention to this is inhalation or this is exhalation. Just let it go. Recognize the sensation and be with the sensation. And recognize and experience the very nature of the sensation. It doesn't matter inhalation or exhalation. In the depth of the each and every sensation, you experience the same thing. That is the change. Your life is not your past or future. In this very moment, what you experience is your life. And when you observe, don't observe from outside, not from here to there. Get into the middle of the change, because itself, the change itself is you. In the depth of the sensation, when the mind experience the change, it recognizes the observer also change according to that. That is where you come out of the self-centered mind. When you come out of the self-centered mind, you come out of the desire to become. When there's no desire to become, you release the collective nature inside you. As desires, we keep following. When you come out of the collective nature, there is nothing to let go. You become free from memory. That means you become free from thoughts and the time and the space. When you become free from your thoughts, no resistance, no struggle. There is nothing come against you. There is nothing to go against. When there is nothing to go against, when there is no resistance, no anger, hatred, jealousy, envy. In that clarity, in that peaceful environment, you, you can see how things come to be as they are. That is where your transformation happens, your liberation happens. Bring your attention to your body. Observe your posture. Appreciate your moment. Appreciate this life. When you wake up in the morning, you have strength to come out of your bed, walk to your bathroom and do your cleanings yourself. That is blessing. You have strength to enjoy a cup of tea or coffee or glass of water or your breakfast or your lunch, dinner. That is blessing. You have people around you to share your life. There are people around you to share their life. That is blessing. If you leave yourself alone, you have to more appreciate yourself. You have this beautiful eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind with longevity, complexion, comfort, strength and wisdom to maintain these things without getting any harm to yourself or without doing any harm to others. That is blessing. You have this connection with the inhalation, exhalation. That is the miracle can happen in this universe. So appreciate it. There is a day come we have to disconnect from it. In that day, there is no one can reverse that. This everything going to go away. So while you're living here, do your best. Don't fight with anybody. Don't argue. Appreciate and learn to accept. Don't demand. Be humble yourself. You're not going to lose anything. If you lose something, that means it not belong to you. So let it go. So whatever the moment come, accept it with fully heart, with the open hand and open heart. Be surrender to the moment. That is a great way to live. You not become surrender or you not become humble to somebody or something. You surrender to the life. You accept the life. You not accept the people or the situations or the things. So get it in a large scale. That's where your mind expand with your experience. Don't personalize. In this very moment, there are a lot of people in this world fighting with death, struggling with life, have fear, anxiety, depression, go through helplessness, hopelessness, loneliness. As appreciation, as paying your gratitude, share this moment. Share your heart, share your time with them. May they come out of that fear, anxiety, depression, helplessness, hopelessness, loneliness. May they have the strength, courage, and wisdom to go through the situation and find the peace, harmony, tranquility state within themselves. Not only them, share this moment with your dear near ones, your loved ones, your beloved parents, grandparents, husband, wife, children, friends and family members, brothers, sisters, your neighbors, people in your village, state, city, state, country, all living beings in this world and in this universe. Not only that, as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, the stars, let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. So, thinking like thus, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. And expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Visualize yourself and send it as a light forward to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Let your heart to shine and come out of your skin. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, during Buddha's time, there was an incident happened. There was a Brahman. That Brahman had 3 sons, very young, handsome, 3 children. And the Brahman was thinking to make them very good Brahmans. But one day he heard all these 3 children went to Buddha and listening to Buddha with other people. This Brahman was so mad about it and went to the Buddha in front of all others, in front of the people, that he blamed to Buddha with very bad word and with a very angry face. Because of his children, he thought that Buddha tried to convert these children to become Buddha's followers. And somehow he blamed and took the children and went away. At that moment, Buddha was silenced and looked at him and smiled. And this Brahman went back and started to think about what happened. Once the anger disappeared, he became more calm, relaxed, and he himself reflect the incident. And he understood he's a well-known Brahman in the village. Everyone respect him. But what happened? He got so mad, and he went to the Buddha and he blamed with the very bad word, but still the Buddha just smiled. That smile start to reflect on his mind. He couldn't come out of it. He tried to close his eyes, but still it start to shine inside his mind. And little by little, he resonate himself and calm down himself and start to see the beauty of the Buddha's smile, the clarity, the compassion. And then the very next day, he went to Buddha and apologized. Oh, Venerable Sir, I am very sorry. Yesterday I was so mad, I was so angry. And he tried to apologize. So Buddha said, you don't need to apologize. You didn't do anything. Then the Brahman was shocked and then told, I blamed you in front of everyone. How you say so? So the Buddha said that yesterday, but today you are different person. That yesterday person is not today. So the Brahman was very complicated and asked, what does that mean, Venerable Sir? So Buddha said, look, yesterday you came to me with very angry face. And yesterday you was a very angry person. But today you are very calm, relaxed person. So if you apologize for yesterday, but look, today you are completely different person. How I can give the forgiveness to this person regarding that whatever the person being yesterday? So the Brahman was so happy to hear that. And he just got the message. So in the deeper, it is a very good lesson for us to understand. Because we live with people, we build up relationships. That when it comes to these relationships, we have a habit. Deeper inside us, we deal with our mind, our perceptions. So if I go back to the beginning, the very nature of the mind, the mind is always like a current. It's like a turbine. This mind always in a move. And because of that movement, because of that current, with our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, consciousness, we trying to go towards something. We try to go towards something. So it build up a current. And that current itself and take us to beyond the moment. So that's why we think. But when you end the life, so what is happening? You cannot keep going with this current with many thoughts. Somehow when you end the life, in the end of your life, when you're going to die, you're going to have only one thought. But that thought, the one thought, whatever you're going to be with, it's going to become the most powerful thought. It's not going to happen by mistake. It's mostly it come out of, it's kind of like come out of the habit. So whatever the you thoughts you used to keep feeding, and it always going to pop up. The strong thoughts going to overtake your consciousness. So how the thought becomes strong? When you repeat again and again, it becomes strong. That we call it memorizing. So whatever the thought, it become stronger. That is strong thought mostly. We cannot say accurately exactly 100%. But averagely, whatever the strong thought going to be with you as your last thought. So that thought, when you going to, in that thought we call chuti chitta in Pali, the last thought in the one life. And then that thought, like a current, has power to find the necessary place for its desire. It's like magnet. The same, like it's not, we no need to die for that. Just look yourself. When you want to buy something, it's come appear as a thought. So then what is happening? And sometimes you start to go through many things, and somehow you find it. So you had no idea in the beginning how you're going to find it. But once the thought becomes strong to buy, or you need something, you go to shopping mall, you go to place, you go to city, sometimes people go to country to buy that. They get it. So which current that take you? That's the thought. So see, even within we live ourselves, we see that it has power to take this body through many different process to get it. So when you die, this become more powerful than this thought power become more powerful than the we living. So that's why when according to the desire, when you die in that very moment, and sometimes before you leave this body, you already just recognize where to go. It seems like when you have an idea what to buy itself, your mind has idea to where to go. It's already there for you. So like that, there is a deeper connection with the energy, that in that energy there is no time or there is no space, there is no direction. It just connect. So like that, when your thoughts become powerful with that intention, and it take you to the next, that thought's called pratisandhi. The first thought when you are in the mother's womb, in the consciousness, you come as a consciousness. And once you settle down there with the one cell, and that the current that you came and start to empower, regenerate. It's a natural process. It's like you putting a seed and it has power to regenerate itself to become a tree. It has power to empower itself, same like your consciousness. And when it develops, there are two things happening. Your consciousness generate with the two things, it called name and form. So the name and the forms need for you to settle down with the world. So this is another way, is you have a blueprint in your mind as like a pictures, and you have certain labels on in that blueprint from childhood, sometimes from our parents, our traditions, culture, religions, environment. They put this blueprint inside us, and then it become more bigger. So now you live with the mental image, that name and the form, or become kind of like a mental image to you. So your life itself become a mental image. You depending on your mental image. Just look yourself. What this life, what you experience as your life, you have certain mental image. Why you become disappointed? If somebody say to me, I am an idiot, if I get mad, why I get mad? Why you get mad? Because you have a certain mental image regarding yourself. When that person says something go against that your mental image, you get disappointed. So that mental image itself is the blueprint, came as name and form. It's a nama and rupa. This hold everything with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. Then you come to this world, This all the life events go with this. But the thing is that when you able to get this mental image day by day, day by day, day by day, what is happening, you become more dependable person, or you start to always look for outside validation or the authority. And you look something from outside always. You start to go towards outside. So then why people start to collect this mental image? Why people is depending from name and the form? Why you need the memory? Why you collect, how the, when something come to you, why you collect the memory? One thing is there is a habit. Knowingly or unknowingly, it happened to you. And one thing is there is a deeper fear inside you. That fear come out of the awareness. When you are not aware, when you are not mindful, you need the memory. But if you are mindful, you don't need memory. So then in day-to-day life, you have to look yourself when you live with your family members. If you live, when it comes to your husband, wife, children, parents, brothers, sisters, all people, or any situation, do you depend on according to your mental image, what you carry regarding that people? Then you don't experience the real life. You're not going to see who is in front of you. So you always depending from your past, and you always depending from your mental image. And if something happen, go against your mental image regarding that person, you're going to disappointed. You're going to become worried, sad. That's why even regarding the children or the husband, wife, friends, and all the disappointment arise. So then how you can come out of it? What is the solution for this? The solution for this, be aware, be mindful. When with the person, with the husband, wife, children, parents, brothers, sisters in front of that person, be mindful. Because when you are mindful, in that very moment, your memory drop. Your memory, your collective memory not going to happen when you are mindful. Mind not going to collect when you are mindful. But when you are not mindful, always mind has a habit to collect. So if you depending from collecting, in that very moment, you lose the moment. So in the very moment, if you lose your awareness, and whatever you collect itself, it's going to become wrong. It's just whatever you're collecting as memory itself, it become irrelevant. Why? Because you collect it with the unaware mind. It's like you putting some colors on dirty cloth. It's not going to absorb. That is why in the world arguments arise. That is why in the world fight arise. That is why in the world these disagreements arise. In the world mean here, not country to country, in a larger scale, what I'm telling, with your own people, the people you live around. So because we more give credit to collect the memory rather than becoming mindful regarding the situation. So then yourself, if you become mindful in that very moment, what is happening? You not going to get hurt in conventional life with anybody, with any relationship, with any situation. How peaceful it is. If you can live like that life without getting hurt because of, especially because of other people, because people have their own agenda. Remember that. If you have a mental image regarding them, you are in a risk, because they don't care what the mental image you carry regarding them, because they have their own personal mental image that is more important for them. The mental image that whatever you carry regarding them, remember that every person have their own mental image that is more precious for them than the mental image you have regarding for them. And you cannot have the exactly mental image like other person regarding that person. So, but if you become mindful, if you become very clear in the moment, if you develop your awareness with the people around you, when the person in front of, whatever you do, whatever the discussion or whatever happen, whatever the events going, whatever the incident happen, whatever the situation arise, if you, without depending from your past, if you become aware or mindful regarding that person, and you're going to understand that person as whoever that person, you're going to recognize it as it is. And that is the best that you can do to some person. If everybody like to recognize that person as who they are, so then there is no argument going to happen. Another thing is, when you come out of the disappointment, unhappiness, sadness, worry, how peaceful life that it is for you. Because mostly these things happen unnecessarily because of misunderstanding. So from where that misunderstanding come? Because of we have our own name and form blueprint and regarding others, and others behave in different ways, and then things go unbalanced. So then yourself, be mindful, knowingly each and every moment different. In every person, everything happen according to necessary conditions, things in that very moment. Not because of this person like this or this person like that. No. Every moment or every situation, every people behave according to necessary conditions in that very moment. But when you become mindful, and moment by moment, you become mindful without collecting the memory, and then in the very next moment you become mindful without collecting the memory. So when you keep going that way in conventional life, you're not going to get any harm, you're not going to get any difficulties, you're not going to get any hard time to yourself. So that itself make you peace, calm, relaxed, comfortable. So it will help you to develop your tranquility state. So when you are able to develop your tranquility state, the very best thing happen is you start to see your own mind, how the thought arise. And when the thought arise, there are three ways that the related with the greed, hatred, or the delusion mostly, or the loving kindness, compassion, or the wisdom. So when the thought arises itself, why now? Because you are not disturbed. You now very clear within yourself, you see your own mind. So just imagine, in the moment come for you to end your life. Now you see your mind. You're not disturbed from anything. So in that very moment, if you develop the Satipatthana or the Vipassana deeper, you recognize even these thoughts is nothing. And then you come out of everything and there is nothing to become, you attain to the Nibbana. But in case if you able to keep the thought, still you have power to keep remind a good thought related to loving kindness, compassion, and the wisdom. So that will help to regenerate your next life as a good start. Because if you have the greed, hatred, or the delusion, the itself, it has a very, the minor strength to get into a good place. That's why you go to a low existence than the human existence. But if you have the clear mind with the loving kindness, compassion, and the wisdom, knowingly you have power to hold one thought, and then it will uplift your existence. Maybe you can find there are incidents in even you can find exactly the way that the place you want to become, you want to born. And sometimes some people have power to find the mother, exactly which mother you want to come, how they can, because the mind is very clear, no disturb from thoughts. Then you exactly keep the mind and you go to that. Because of the disturbed mind, you cannot find it, and then you go with that disturbed mind, you go to the lower existence. So if you are keep the clear mind, you have power to select. If you want to come back, you have power to select the mother and which place or which time, or otherwise it itself you can take to a higher existence. So this is all depend according to the consciousness awareness. Sati Sampajanna, clear comprehension, recognize, knowingly recognizing yourself. That recognition, you have to slowly, little by little, develop yourself. It by your own practice. Not to dependent from anybody, not to believe it going to happen, it going to come, in somebody going to initiate it. No, it's not going to happen like that way. That clear comprehension or Sati Sampajanya, it arises according to the step by step moment, practice, consistency, implementation, and you use it and again, you put it to practice. So that is how you can come. But the basic level in day-to-day life for ordinary person, the best benefit is you come out of the hurt. You're not going to get hurt because of other people's things. And once you have that peace and harmony, tranquility state, while you living, you experience, and this itself become, this life itself become the heaven to you. That is where you can forgive others. That is where you become more compassion towards other people. Why? Because you don't get hurt. Because the hurt mind cannot have the compassion, loving kindness. So that's how this spiritual practice resonate within us and bring the flowers as result, bring the clarity as result. So that clarity is going to make this life itself as heaven. When there is no clarity with your own awareness, remember, even you live in the heaven, it's going to become the hell. Not only for you, for others even. So then it is your responsibility to take care of yourself and having a good life. And it is your responsibility yourself. And when you become mindful, and itself other people going to have their peace, their harmony, their tranquility state. So that is the best that you can give to them. So with that, I bless upon everyone. By this practice, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbaroko vinassatu mate bhavattantarayo sukhe degayuko bhava ettavata ca ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you. Thank you very much, everyone.